Hey there, Kay White with Girls in Finance. And today is day 29 of our 31-day Go Live challenge. And it's another one of those days when I don't have anything in particular planned to talk about. So, on those days, we get to just have a little bit of fun. I'm going to play around with some AI art and go from there. Okay, so let's go over into ChatGPT 4.0, and that's the upgrade 4.0. And DAL E is the art generation tool that's part of ChatGPT. I've been playing around with ChatGPT and DALL-E 3 for most of the art that I've created during the course of this 31-day live. There are other art creation tools out there. I just have really spent most of my time lately for a month or so, maybe I'm going to say a couple of months. I've focused on ChatGPT DALL-E 3, and I need to get back to Mid-Journey, Leonardo, and some of the other art generation tools. I love playing around with all of the different AI tools and resources. I'm using AI in so many parts of my business. It's been really fun. And I am looking to identify new ways that I can create content and grow my business. So, this is a pretty exciting time. I am on this journey of just merging my finance background, and that is personal finance, with this new world of AI. I love coaching and teaching and talking with people about personal finance and things like budgeting, debt management, credit, savings, all of the many different facets of finance. And I'm picking up my books. I want to show you the book that I wrote during COVID, and it is a great resource. It is 52 weeks of financial awareness for young adults. It has a lot of good detail and information, a lot of the financial traps to avoid, and ways that you can strategize to improve your financial situation. So it does sell on Amazon, and I love to refer to it because I guess I'm biased because it's a pretty good book for young adults, I say, but really anybody. It's pretty detailed if you are looking to stay on top of your finances. And even it covers just the intro aspects of investing. That's another thing that I love to do. I love following the financial markets. I've been following the markets for about 30 years. And so that's another part of what I love talking with and sharing people, and really just encouraging people to get started investing. You can do some pretty simple things, especially for yourself or your children. I love sharing with people how you can take about $30 a month and just start investing, maybe half $15 in the S&P 500 indexes. And let me give you my warning. I encourage you to be very careful and not just go and jump into investing. Make sure that you are aware and have some familiarity, because you can actually lose money if you're just jumping into trades. So my disclaimer is just be sure to go and get informed, get information. You can certainly start with my book, but I encourage you to even go further and get additional information about investing. But it is absolutely a game changer when it comes to creating another income source. It can be. So I started out talking about just taking $30, $15 into something like the S&P 500, and then the other 15 into probably different growth stocks over a period of time. I love the concept of doing this over, if you're a young person, over 40 years, because based on history, your account would likely do pretty well. And when I say pretty well, I love showing people how they can get to 1 million. If you may not get to 1 million with this strategy, you probably land somewhere at about 750,000. But again, there is no guarantee in this stuff. This is if you are a long-term investor and you're putting funds in and you're getting your dividends reinvested. This can be an excellent way for you to grow an account that you can use for a business. If you're a young person, you could actually increase the amounts that you put into the account over time. That way, you can build income faster and have funds and resources available for other things that you want to do, like a business or buying real estate or whatever it is that you want to do. So that's my little advice for today. I wanted to share something with you, and think I said that I was gonna just kind of talk about art. So let me do that just a little bit because I don't want you to think, oh my goodness, we're supposed to be talking about art and she's talking about money. I love doing both, but I want, I want to give you at least some art information since I did say that. So let's go ahead. I was going to play around. This is going to be really quick, but I'm going to play around with. I was thinking I had already opened Chat GPT. I don't think I did. I think I just went right into Canva. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and open up Chat GPT. And actually, maybe I did have it open just in a different account. Maybe let's see. Actually, I did have it open, I believe. Let's see. Did I? Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead. And I thought I was working with something though. So hold on a second. Let me find what I had already opened up. Okay, let's see. Thought I had opened up something. Yeah, I was looking at this image. I like this image. I'm going to just show you how you can do a different variation of this image. Something like this is kind of a spring look. It's African American female riding a bicycle in a scenic park on a sunny day. And let me make sure that I have already changed. Are you seeing what I'm working with? Yes, it looks like I have already converted over. Okay, so with this image, let's see what we can do with it. You can use different types of art forms. I love that doing that. Sometimes I might create an image, and this is actually an image to someone in a group that I'm in gave away as a free image and or gave the prompt away, and so I've just kind of been playing around with it, and I want to see if we can turn it into something a little bit different, use a different art form, for example. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, and again, I'm doing this just as an example so you'll know how flexible the art tool is. I'm inside of ChatGPT 4.0, but even inside of ChatGPT, you can create and generate art, which I'll demonstrate in a second. You do not have to be inside of the art version of ChatGPT 4.0, which is DALL-E 3. So we're going to stay inside of ChatGPT 4.0, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me a new illustration. So I'm going to say, please recreate this illustration using, and what's a good art form? I'm going to say watercolor, for example, just to give you an idea. And hopefully it will give us a pretty closely related image to the existing one, but done in watercolor. So let's see what we get. Ooh, I like that. That looks really nice. Yes, that looks really, really nice. Okay. And let's go on and try a different art form. But I like this image. That looks really good. So let's try. I want to say, please recreate, create this image using, let's see, what's a good image? We'll just say pop art. Just say pop art style. What I'm really sharing today is that there's so many different types of art forms. You can create one thing using a specific art form, and then you can turn around and recreate it with a little bit different style using a new art form. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And so I'm going to ask, trying to think of some of the other art forms since they're not coming to me quickly enough. I'm going to go ahead and ask ChatGPT for some help and say, please give me a short list of some other art styles. Thanks. And let's see what it does. See, it's giving me some names here. Impressionism, surrealism, cubism, Art Deco, minimalism, abstract expressionism, and realism. So these are some great art styles. I'm going to say, please recreate the previous image using impressionism. Okay, let's go ahead and see what happens next. It's been moving pretty fast, so I'm hoping that it will continue to move right along. I noticed over the Memorial Day weekend here in the US, it seems that things were running really, really slow. So, and that when I say things, I mean using ChatGPT. So it seems like it's better now. I was finding that stuff was getting hung up, and art wasn't rendering, or I would have to recreate it, or I should say, I would have to refresh to get an art piece rendered. But it's moving right along now. So this is impressionism. Hey, look at all these different styles. Aren't they great? You can create the same thing just using different styles. And so now I'm going to ask it to use surrealism. I'm just going to say, please recreate using realism. Okay. A few minutes and let everything come up. Ooh, I like that one. That looks good too. Okay, let's see. So this is realism. Hmm, is that what I asked for? Yeah, I did say realism. Okay. Oh, I like that. I like that because it's supposed to give you a close to real life image, meaning it's not done in cartoon or some of the other styles. One of my favorite things to do is to create art using a combination of styles. So that's something that you can do as well. Let me see. What did I ask for? Okay. I said realism, but I don't even think I really meant to do that. I was trying to get it to use okay, let me make sure. I was trying to get it to use, it had used impressionism, so I was trying to get it to use surrealism. So let's try surrealism. I want to see how that looks. So please recreate using surrealism art style. Okay, let's correct this misspelled word I have here using surrealism. Now let's say it says the surrealism art style. That's great. So let's go ahead and recreate this. Okay, so let's see. Oh, that's definitely a different style. Fantastical elements with unexpected combinations. Okay, this is definitely, it's more like a whimsical, and it says that here giving it a whimsical and imaginative feel. Okay, I like that. That looks pretty cool. You want to go back up. You have to determine which of the styles you like yourself. And so let's try cubism. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to create in the form of cubism. So let's see, please recreate the art image using cubism. Cubism. And let's see what happens. Let's see how closely related it is to the previous styles or not. Do we like cubism better? Which exactly is ooh, okay, so that's kind of cute. You can see the little cubic figures in within the image. I like that. Okay. And it for some reason it gave us two images within the image, same image. Yeah, but that looks nice too. I like that style. So let's try a couple more Art Deco. I'm just giving you an idea of some possibilities when you start creating art. You can use and test different art styles to see what it is that you like best. And this list would go on and on. So you could even ask ChatGPT for a new list if you want to test and try new things. So please recreate using the art style Art Deco. So let's see what happens with this. See if this is an art that we like, a style that we like. Let's give it just a few minutes. Ooh, I like that. That's really cute. Yeah, real dainty. Art Deco takes you back to somewhat of a vintage style and look. I like that. It looks really nice. Okay, and so let's try a couple more and then we'll close this out. Minimalism. I like minimalism as well. So I'm going to say, please recreate using minimalism style. Okay, so let's see what we have here. This has been actually rendering really well tonight. Yesterday, it had some challenges. Okay, this is different. Okay, so here's the minimalism style. I'm trying to think if this is what I expected. Um, for some reason, not exactly. I was looking for something more closely related to just art lines. Very, very clear art lines and definition. But I like this. This is a nice image. And then Let's scroll back up real quick and look at our other art style. The last one is abstract expressionism. So I want to copy it and just take it down and put it into my. In fact, we've been given the instruction over and over and over. When you do that, usually you will train ChatGPT 4 to be intuitive. So instead of writing out the same thing again, I'm going to say, please use, and let's see what happens. I think we've trained it well from just the instructions we've given, then now it automatically knows to just make the next style, the next piece of art using that particular style. See, it did exactly that and used abstract expressionism to create the image. And so if we scroll back up, you can see all the different art styles that we render. I think they're all so cool and neat, depending on how you need to use them. This one is more realism, and so it looks more realistic. And then, oh, I think that's cute. Oh, actually, I like a lot of these. Yeah, pop art, that looks nice. And then this watercolor image looks pretty good. And then here's the original image. So from all of that, you just kind of had an opportunity to learn about different art styles and applying the styles inside of ChatGPT to create a new version of an image you might have. So let's go. Let me go back and show you my face here. And let's talk. So I hope you learned something from this experience of just looking at and illustrating the different types of art styles. If you create something and you don't like the exact way that it looks, think about what you might get with a different art style and then just test it and see if it's something that works better for your project. You might find that it will. And don't limit yourself to just one art style. In fact, I should have probably demonstrated how you can combine styles. That's something else that you can do. Maybe we'll look at that tomorrow. But you can combine different styles. And I'm looking at the time now. I think I'm way over my 5 minutes, and that's okay. I'm just glad that I had the opportunity to share with you some tools that you can use in creating AI art for your brand, for your business. And again, we'll pick it up again tomorrow. Play around with all the different art styles and just see what you can create. Try blending some of the art styles and see what you can create. And until tomorrow, take care. Have a blessed evening and try something new with your AI art. Just see, start down a road and just go, allow yourself to go on an adventure and learn something new and play around with the art. So take care. Have a good night. This has been Kay White, Girls in Finance.